Welcome back to another episode of Will Vlog for Food. I'm Josh.
I'm Tim.
And this is the show where we take you anywhere
and everywhere
to find the greatest places to eat.
We're at Tabards.
Yeah!
So Tabards is this really cool ale house, you want to call it an ale house?
Yeah.
Ale house. It says it's an ale house. It is a house full of ale. People are drowning in it.
There are, oh my gosh, what the heck?
No, nothing too severe.
Thank goodness.
They got a whole array, a whole assortment of foods and beers and wines and drinks in general that aren't those things. I'm excited. I've never been here, but I've heard a little bit about it.
Let's try this food out, Tim. And also, we have our friend Garrett here. Say hi, Garrett. Hi, Garrett. Tabard comes from a book called The Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer from the 14th century, and it's about the Tabard Inn, where people from all walks of life would come and they would share stories, and then, you know, they would just basically be together in harmony, and it's a place where you can come and be safe and enjoy good food and drinks, and that's what this place is trying to do. Let me just show you this. This is the drink menu. It is huge. This place is called Tabards Ale House for a reason. 80 different beers, a wine list, liquor, specialty drinks. By the way, they have happy hours 7 days a week, so that's good to note. Basically, this place it's overflowing with milk and honey of the 14th century. They also have tons of different kinds of food here. Let's just start with the first one right here.
Andouille.
Andouille. So this first dish is called the Cajun Crawfish and I can't say that. I keep saying andouille because that's what it looks like. I'm sorry. This first dish is called the Cajun Crawfish and andouille. This first dish is called the Cajun Crawfish and Andouille. Yes! It has Cajun seasoned crawfish and andouille sausage tossed in a spicy buttercream sauce over linguine pasta. This looks incredible. Presentation off the hook. Here's your crawfish. Jumping and jiving in my mouth. Not that they're alive. The flavors are jumping and jiving. The Cajun crawfish, there is that slight spice in there. Got some bread here. So this bread looks like it's been toasted, grilled, like toasted on a grill.
That sauce, it's like a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
Excellent. Crawfish is cooked excellently. Crawfish, if you like overcook it, it ends up like chewy or whatever. That tastes great.
Garrett and I go way back, right? And we had a crawfish boiling party at one of your birthday parties. And that's one of the only times I've ever had crawfish, believe it or not. How does this rank in like all the crawfish you've ever had?
It tastes excellent. Flavors are right on par, top notch.
Andouille. I got it.
Very mild spice. Basest amount of spice you could have in it as far as like heat goes. I really like the texture of the crawfish with the sauce. Because it's a real creamy kind of a sauce, but the crawfish is almost a gritty texture. Very good. Crawfish on its own doesn't really have a lot of its own flavor, but it does a good job of pulling in the flavors of like the sauce and like the sausage itself around it. I like that they sliced the sausage so thin because you're not getting like these huge hunks of meat that you're trying to chew around or finagle around the meal. Bread is meant to be dipped.
Amen. It's got a really nice airy crunch to it. That's what I found out about that, and so much so that I wanted more of it, like immediately. So I accidentally ate a whole half. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, I noticed. It's fine. These are the Mexican avocado fries. They are sliced avocados, seasoned and fried in a tempura batter, served with chipotle cream sauce for dipping. We have what are called avocado fries, which I mean, in essence, is just fried avocado. But grab me a wedge.
Avocado wedge. I haven't ever had anything like this before.
I mean, it's avocado. So, I mean, you've had avocado before.
I've never had a fried avocado.
Right.
It's a completely new taste.
I just like how creamy it is, because like you get the crispiness of the fried item, then it's creamy on the inside, real smooth texture.
There's like 3 different levels of flavor and 3 different tiers of textures.
Yeah.
Let me explain. Outside seasoning of this is fantastic. The fried casing of this fried avocado is amazing. Second flavor, the avocado itself, super fresh. Super fresh. And then this sauce is fantastic.
It's an aioli of some kind.
Then the tiers of texture. The creaminess of the sauce, the different kind of creaminess.
The richness.
The richness of the avocado, and then the outside crispiness of the casing. And that's fantastic. fantastic.
This is a winner, in my opinion, for appetizer.
Oh yeah.
I wish there was more of it, but I mean, it's a good size, honestly. It's very shareable.
I mean, just going off what they were saying is like the casing on this is perfect. It's like super crispy, but also like really thin. So it's not like it's that like really hard crunch or anything. And then nice creaminess inside. And then also whatever the seasoning is on this, it's like almost like cayenne pepper or something, and a mix of some other things too, but it tastes excellent. That is awesome.
Sitting in front of me is a mustard grilled pork chop. Okay, so we've had a couple of different pork chops on this show, and I've seen a lot of pork chops in my life because pork chops are rather standard at restaurants, you know? A lot of places do pork chops. But I always get this flat, almost puck-shaped pork chop that's just bland looking, real uninviting. And I'm gonna be honest, I never look at or think about pork chops and then crave that. Now look at this. Does what I just say describe what you see before you? The answer is no. No, it does not. This is, dare I say it, a plump pork chop. You can see just the and that is a technical term right there. That is So let me talk you through it, okay? This is a 12-ounce bone-in French cut pork chop marinated in Dijon mustard and fresh thyme. That sounds so good to me right now. Oh, and then on the top, caramelized red onions. I should mention, they have grilled asparagus and mashed potatoes served with this. That's the best pork chop I've had in my life.
Oh, snap.
Dijon is the perfect choice because when it's cooked into this, it's sort of a subtle undertone flavor that hits you. It sort of adds kind of a saltiness to it. But again, it's very mild, very, very much so just like an undertone flavor. The pork chop itself, very tender, very juicy. The caramelized red onions on the top with the Dijon mustard, I wouldn't have thought to do that. It is very good. The pork chop is like mildly seared on the outside. And that is so incredible because there's like this layer on the outside of the pork chop that like just holds everything in. I said it earlier, this for sure is the best pork chop. Aesthetically and as far as flavors go, my favorite.
Damn, you got me extremely excited for this pork chop right now. Because if I do say so myself, I make excellent pork chops. I'm kidding, I don't even know how. This just looks amazing. The presentation is incredible. That is really tender. I feel like I don't eat enough pork chops to be able to like say that this one is the best one. What I do have to say about this is that the seasoning is exceptional. My mouth keeps watering and it's getting really hard to speak for some reason. That was an even better bite. You rub the pork chop in seasoning, throw it on the grill, and the seasoning decimates throughout the entire pork chop. It permeates every single square inch of this pork chop.
I appreciate the fact that I couldn't just make it at home with no real prep. It is a truly crafted meal. What's cool about that is all of the meals here had to go through this rigorous test by the family. This is a family-owned business. If that's the standard they have, then I'm sure everything here is fantastic. Josh, go ahead, try the asparagus.
One bite, here we go. This is the Southern Coffee Burger, seasoned with coffee and spices and topped with cheddar cheese, sweet pepper bacon, Big Rick's barbecue sauce, and Cajun fried onion strings on a brioche bun. I'm super intrigued by the fact that they say they season this with coffee. So I'm going to find that out right now, exactly what they mean, because I have no idea what that means. Well, I mean, I have an idea of what it means, but I have no idea how it's
Cut
going to
in
taste.
half.
So now we have the Southern Coffee Burger.
High quality cutting action going on here.
Thank you. Ooh, look at that. The barbecue sauce is awesome. Tell me if you can
Alright, let's do this.
taste your fine coffee there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I really don't like coffee. Though it sounds like there might not be a very strong coffee flavor, so.
I don't think there's a strong coffee flavor, but I think it might have an influence on the overall taste.
Barbecue sauce is great on a burger. I don't know about coffee though.
It's seasoned with coffee and other seasonings.
I think there's a very slight hint, but
Very,
not
very slight, but it's not overpowering to the fact that where like if you don't like coffee, you're still gonna love the burger, even if you don't like coffee, because the way that they use coffee in this burger is the right way. Because everybody's gonna like this burger, no matter if you're a coffee drinker or not.
It's like you get a little bit of the flavor that you kind of get when you like smell coffee or whatever, which is good.
I love fries. Fries are so tasty. That was a good fry experience. It's a very good burger. What you guys are saying is the coffee flavor. I honestly think that's just one of the facets of the barbecue sauce that you're tasting. It's like black coffee. Literally just like the bean flavor you're getting. Again, very subtle, very subtle.
Oh, I taste it now.
Josh, are you or are you not the resident French fry expert?
Yes, I am. So I'm gonna try 2 right now. I've already had a few of these. You know why? Because they're super freaking amazing. And I'm gonna try 2 of them now. I've been trying to hold in my opinion about these fries for so long. So these fries are fantastic for a few reasons. Let me go down the list. Number 1, the outside casing is very, very crispy. The experience of eating them is amazing in and of itself, because one thing that I look for in a good fry is texture. Texture is so important. If you don't have texture down with the French fry, you're getting it wrong. These fries have mastered that. Super crispy on the outside, and on the inside, potatoiness so soft that it hugs your taste buds and comforts you on a whole nother level. And that seasoning, dang. The other thing that I look for in French fries is the size. Yeah, I think that the texture of this kind of fry is the exact kind of texture I would want for every single fry I ever eat. So this passes my French fry test. Everybody, we're here at Tabards with the owner, Jason. Jason, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Tell us a little bit about the story, the background of this place, how it got started.
So I've been in the business for 25 years, and last summer when my brother, he said, hey, why don't we take some of your recipes and go open this restaurant? A couple beers into that conversation, I said, hey, let's do it. Now we're, a year and 3 months since that conversation happened, and things are going great.
If you had to come in and order off your own menu, what would you get? What's like the number 1 thing you recommend, or maybe a few things?
For me, the crawfish and andouille pasta is right up my alley. We have a Jamaican jerk pork kebabs, which are great, kind of a unique item. You don't get a lot of Jamaican jerk food out this way.
Everybody loves a good pairing with the food with a nice drink, a nice beverage. So what are some of the best beverages you have here that people should try?
We serve a lot of really great local beer, Martin City Brewery, Torn Label. We do some regional stuff like Four Hands out of St. Louis. Obviously we do some things from outside of the region as well, but we really try to go with the local beers. Crane Brewery out of Raytown, Missouri. They're really great staples of Kansas City. Our goal was to be a place for everybody, and that's where our name comes from. That's kind of what we're all about. So we are a place for families. We are a place for the guys that are getting off work and say, hey, let's go grab a couple beers and an appetizer. We're a place where you can bring your whole family, reserve a room and enjoy dinner or whatever it is. That's what we wanted to be, a place that was comfortable for everybody to come and enjoy, whether it's drink, whether it's food. It's just good time sharing great stories. That's what Tabards is all about.
Jason, thanks so much for having us.
It's been a pleasure.
Everybody, come check out Tabards in Overland Park, Kansas. You don't want to miss it. So, ladies and gents, that is Tabards Ale House, located in Overland Park. Make sure you come and check them out. They're amazing. What'd you think?
Oh man, this place had only highlights for me.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to us here on YouTube with the subscribe button below. Hit the notification bell so you can get updates with every single episode we come out with every weekend. Also, make sure you like us on Facebook. You can also get updates on there. We're also on Instagram.
We are also found on Patreon. Patreon is my favorite way for us to get involved with you guys. It's a good way for you to see sort of behind the scenes, get some extra content, where we do giveaways each month for one of you lucky patrons to get a free t-shirt, and maybe some other cool things will come your way. So go check us out on Patreon. It's a wonderful platform.
Anyway, that is it for this episode, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.
And until next time,
chill out
and feast.
Oh, there's that other piece of linguine I dropped.